You know, it's funny. People think they have time. I don't have time at all. And what I mean by that is New York Giants fans, right? This is a fan base that breeds mediocre, right? Like, you can say Patriots fans, Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, whatever fan base you want to include. New York Giants fans have to be some of the dumbest and stupidest fan base ever. This is why y'all can't have anything nice. When y'all do have something nice, y'all don't know how to treat it. You know? Like, did y'all appreciate Odell? But it's not spring. Anyways, did y'all appreciate Odell? Probably not. Did y'all appreciate Lawrence Taylor? Probably not. Phil Simms? Probably not. Eli? Probably not. You know? I mean, y'all booed Eli draft night. You know? Like, and this is why teams don't take y'all serious. You know what I'm saying? This is why teams don't take y'all serious. You know, and I speak from experience. You know, I've been through it all as a Giants fan. You know, why did I become a Giants fan? What made me fall in love with the New York Giants? Is it because they played in New Jersey, or technically New York? Well, technically New Jersey, but you know. But what was it? You know, like, do they have the same colors as the Haitian flag? You know, like, what drew me into the New York Giants? And, you know, I got around football around 2004. You know, didn't really know much about football. You know, I was always a basketball head. Because my Knicks was just bad. I needed another team to root for. You know, I could have just stuck with the Knicks, but you know, I just couldn't take it. So, you know, I found out about football, and you know, didn't know dilly stuff. Didn't know anything about football. Didn't know what a first down was. Didn't know what positions. You know, I was brand spanking new until, you know, I literally, like, just, you know, sat there and just learned. And then I narrowed it down to 3 teams, you know, because I wanted, you know, basically to have a team that represented New York, you know. So it was the Jets, the Bills, Buffalo Bills, upstate New York, Jets, Bills, Giants. You know, I did my research on all 3 of them. You know, the Bills, poor ran franchise, never won the Super Bowl, been there 4 straight times, never won the Super Bowl. Didn't want to associate myself with that. Jets, their only Super Bowl win was when Joe Namath was quarterback. After that, they never sniffed another Super Bowl. And then there was the New York Giants. And, you know, like, you know, when you walk into the room, you could just feel it. You know, like, I felt the New York Giants. You know, strong history, a lot of great players, 4 Super Bowl champions. I think their last Super Bowl was around 2008. Never got back. Well, their previous 2007. And then after that, it took them another 4 years to win their second Super Bowl, and they haven't been back since. But great organization, class act. Everybody wanted to play for them. You know what I'm saying? They did things the right way, and I became a fan. I did buy a jogging suit for the New York Giants. I mean, a jogging suit. It's a New York Giants. It's all black. Black pants, black. Muscle shirt. I'm gonna show you on Monday. But yeah, I mean, there was days where I wanted to quit being a New York Giants fan, because they was just so abysmal and bad. Especially early 2000s, where they did make a Super Bowl run, but obviously they got beaten bad by the Ravens. But I still stuck with them because if I'm going to commit to something, I might as well just do it 100%. But Giants fans have to understand something, man. Things don't work in our favor. I could say I want this, I could say I want that, but in reality, it's never going to happen. Yeah, I want to change at the coaching position because y'all felt like Tom Coughlin lost the locker room, which I think that he did it. But he did, and y'all voiced your opinion, and obviously the owner said, enough is enough. We needed to go to a new direction. Had they kept Tom Coughlin, who knows how long he would have coached. He would probably be the longest tender head coach. But yeah, it is what it is. We just ransacked through head coaches. Like it was nothing. 2 years gone. 2 years gone. 2 years gone. Pat Shurmur, Ben McAdoo. Now Brian. And this is Brian's last year. So if he doesn't progress, if the Giants don't win at least 9 games, he's gonna get fired. Same as the GM. So if this is the year that the Giants finally break this losing season streak that they are on, then we're probably going to see another head coach or GM search again. But I think the Giants will be all right this year. I said last year the Giants, and I predicted it right. I did say the Giants was going to have a bad season last year, and I was right. I think I said it on my shorts, or I think I posted the video. But if I go back and look at my shorts and videos, I said that the Giants was going to have a bad season, and they did. Now this year they did some significant change, a lot of change to the defense. They didn't really do too much to the offense, which worries me, because now that they got 2 really decent quarterbacks, I don't know why they re-signed Tommy DeVito. I guess they felt he was more of a good third string backup. But answer yourself this question: why would the Giants draft a quarterback that they have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Because I know for damn sure Shedeur Sanders, if not if I don't use the word if when the Giants are in a position that they're in to draft a player that they like, they always use the best player available for years. When the Giants are in that position to draft the player that they want, who they call quarterback. Now, if they do go quarterback, how long will it take for that quarterback to see the field? Unless it's preseason. Because I don't think the Giants are going to be in that desperate mode to throw Sanders out there and tell him to lead us. Because, first of all, he doesn't know the offense. That's why you have OTAs and mini camps and mandatory and all that stuff in preseason, so you can get acclimated and, up to date, up to speed. I don't think there's a playbook that he can't learn. He played behind a terrible offensive line in Colorado, so he's probably comfortable with that, lack of running game, which we should have a pretty good running game in Singletary and Tracy. Do we have good receivers? We signed a few of them. We still have Wandell, we still have Hyatt, still have Neighbors. So I'm here to tell you that the Giants are probably going to pass on the quarterback. For the simple reason, he's never going to see the field. He's not starting over Russell Wilson, even though you only signed like a 1-year deal. So if he, stinks it up, he can just up and leave. We got Winston for the next 3 years. Well, 2 years, I should say. And then Tommy DeVito just resigned. So, but yeah, the Giants are not going to take a quarterback. And that's that. That's